Good morning, readers. It is about 6 a.m. on a Saturday, and I am actually getting ready to go on vacation. Before I do, though, I need to do a bit of an unhaul. I mean, one of my goals this year has been to make some room on my shelves, and because I'm going on vacation, I need room to buy more books, so I have to get rid of some of the ones that I already have. In case you don't know me, my name is Chris. I do weekly book reviews and all sorts of bookish stuff, so I'm going to set my coffee down and show you what I am unhauling first. My first unhaul is going to be a set of Anne Rice books. I have been collecting Anne Rice's books for years, and I've actually only read a very few of them, like only a couple of them. And because I keep finding free copies, you might not be able to see it in the glare, but I picked this up at a library sale. It was in a free box. This one, I don't quite remember, but we have Servant of Bones and Blood and Gold. I already have copies of both of these books. In fact, I may have multiple copies. I was not able to go through all of my bookshelves, so these two books will be going to donate. Next up in my unhaul, and this one hurts me a little bit, and it's going to be Soulless by Gail Carroll. I absolutely love Gail Carroll. She is one of my favorites. I love her Soulless, the Parasol Protectorate series. If you're not familiar, it's basically like a steampunk fantasy type of world. Really, really cool. I have a whole set of this series. I think there's about 5 or 6 books. I have the whole set in the small paperback version, kind of like this Anne Rice book, so I really don't need this extra one that's oversized. It doesn't match anything. I think I picked it up at a library sale because I love the book so much, but I don't need it, so this will be going to donate. Next up, I have a little bit of a set of books, and they are going to be 3 books from the Outlander series. So this is Diana Gabaldon. I have no idea how to pronounce her name. Gabaldon. Diana Gabaldon. So the 3 books I have here are The Fiery Cross, Written in My Heart's Own Blood, and A Breath of Snow and Ashes. Oh, that glare is so bad. I'm so sorry. Nope, not working. Anywho, these 3 books are part of her super popular Outlander series. Again, if you're not familiar with Outlander, I'm not familiar with Outlander. I know that it's about a young woman who gets sent back in time to, like, the Scottish Highlands, and she falls in love with a young man from one of the Scottish clans, etc., etc. I know that there are a lot of books in this series, and I already have other copies of these books. I have copies that are bigger, not these small paperback versions, and I haven't read it because, honestly, I'm a little intimidated. I mean, look at the size of this thing. This is just one book, and it's over 1,000 pages. I mean, they're all like that. They're all really, really big, so they're taking up a lot of room. I probably have more duplicates in there somewhere, but these are the 3 I was able to pick out right away, so these 3 will be going to donate. Next up, I have a middle grade fantasy, and that's going to be Artemis Fowl, The Time Paradox. If you've been following my channel for a while, I've been reading Artemis Fowl, the series, since the beginning of the year. There's like at least 7 or 8 books in the series, including The Time Paradox, which I have not read yet, but I do have a hardback cover of this book. My goal was to have a matching set, and I do have a hardcover copy of The Time Paradox, so I do not need this one. So this will be going to donate. Next up, I have Coyote Blue by Christopher Moore. I'm a huge Christopher Moore fan. If you're not familiar with him, I don't really know how to describe the types of books that he writes, but he's known for his humor, so he writes a lot of funny books. Some of them are, you know, fantasy, vampire, that kind of thing, and then some of them are just random stuff. This one is about a young boy who stumbles upon, like, an Indian spirit guide type thing. I love Christopher Moore. I almost have all of his books, not quite, almost, and I do have a really great copy of Coyote Blue. This was a duplicate, so this will be going to donate. Next up, I am unhauling a book whose name, I don't even know what it is. Return to the Isle of the Lost. Return to the Isle of the Lost. This was a library find, and I grabbed this book because I thought that it was one of those twisted tales. So if you've ever seen Disney put out a series of books that are kind of, not all of them are based on villains, I think, but a lot of them are. There's like an Ursula one. There's a lot of them. So when I saw that this said Disney, I was like, oh, that must be one of them. Let me grab it. It turns out it's not. This book is actually based on a TV movie that Disney did a few years back called The Descendants. If you're not familiar with it, The Descendants was basically like the kids of all the popular Disney characters. So Maleficent's daughter, Beauty and the Beast's son, blah, 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 blah. It was a cute TV movie, especially if you're a kid. I mean, it's super, super corny, but it's meant for little kids, so it had a couple catchy songs. I liked it, or I should say I didn't mind it. I did not find it offensive, but I don't really want to read this book. Even though it was, I don't remember if it was free or $1, but it was not the book that I thought it was. I'm never going to read this, so I'm going to unhaul it and give it back to donate. That was everything for my quick unhaul. I'm going to grab my suitcase, go on my vacation, and when I get back, hopefully I'll have some new books to share with you. All right, everyone, happy reading.